Welcome to MT4Professional. My name is Randy Lindsay, host of today's presentation. This is the official 2017 launch demonstration for MT4Professional. What I'm going to cover today for you, I'm going to go over exactly what MT4Professional is. We like to refer to it as MT4Pro for short. I want to help you to understand the MT4Pro terminology, the things that we usually refer to and say in regards to MT4Pro. We're going to go through the feature summary in detail. I'm going to give you a live demonstration, show you exactly the features that are done here, how it can help you as a trader and help you to become much more efficient in using your MT4 platform. Go through the live demonstration, give you a very special offer after the end of the presentation, and I'll stay as long as you want to go over any questions or to give you any other type of demonstration that you'd like before you get started with your very own copy of MT4 Pro today. So what is MT4 Professional? It is a fully customizable and functional platform extension for MT4. Okay, it does not change MT4 in any way. It doesn't modify the code or anything else. It's an extension to the platform and provides lots of really nice features like automatic market scan technology. It gives you a multiple time frame scanner linked to any individual symbol that goes through and shows you your market conditions and whether they're set up or not. Trade management. We have a command bar that gives you the one-click access to putting on new trades, finding out where your trades are, a history of any trades that you've done, and the ability to have a watch list, monitor or manage settings for your workspaces to help you to very quickly see, pull up, and analyze or even document any of your historical trades. Multi-time frame workspace management, one-click, single identification of a workspace based upon desktops, workspaces, scanners, or symbol lists. Pull down the list, select a predefined workspace or desktop, and everything gets set up, boom, just like that. Custom timeframes and a lot more. So a custom timeframe generator is a one-click utility that helps you to identify, define, and manage custom timeframes within your MT4 platform. And did I mention the one-click symbol integration where you click on your symbol list, it's a single click and every single chart changes and updates. You no more dragging and dropping or typing individual symbols on individual charts. They all update with a single click. Okay, so the terms that you need to understand before we go on is that fully customizable. Okay, this refers to MT4 Professional only. As we have no custom changes to MT4 itself, all the features of MT4 Pro, however, can be customized to your specific needs and rules. So, as an MT4 Pro extension, MT4 Professional is fully customizable to your specific needs. Desktops. Okay, this is something that's usually not referred to. You can kind of refer to that as a profile within MT4 terminology, but we've referred to it as a desktop because you can have a single profile, but a desktop can be anything that defines the entire setup. So it consists of a workspace, a scanner, and a symbol list. Workspace is a collection of charts that are placed in your desktop space that's provided. So if this monitor space right here is considered a desktop, then it can contain any of these three items, a workspace, a scanner, or symbol list, or any combination. A scanner, multi-time frame color-coded display of MT4 indicator outputs that are based on your own rule sets. And I can go into all these in much more detail later. I just want you to understand the concepts and the terminology. And a symbol list is just that, is a list of symbols that you put together. It can be any list, any order, any criteria, all Forex, only specific Forex pairs. It could be all futures or indexes. It could be all CFDs. Anything that you have a list of, you can create your own custom list for. With a single click integration, it works beautifully. All right, very quick feature summary within MT4 Professional. Okay. I've gone through all these. I've told you that it is fully customizable. It enables accurate order entry using your own predefined risk criteria based upon percent of account size and risk reward ratios. trade management, trade history analysis, integration across multiple platforms, custom timeframes, fully cloud-based backup and storage. Professional Traders Network. I'm going to go through and show you each one of these details, and I'm going to give you exact examples of all of them. Okay, so when I see fully customizable and functional, that means that a single click you can go between any of these workspaces or symbol lists. That you can go and have time and price synchronization between charts. That means I can have a single line defined on all of my charts that tells me where I am in time. And I'll show you that single vertical or horizontal synchronization between all of your charts. Multi-time frame workspaces. Automatic market scan technology using your own strategies. I'll go through that in details as well. One-click symbol change. All right. Accurate order entry. So you get a nice little order entry bar that not only allows you to define the percentage risks that you're willing to take on any one trade based upon your account size, it is also going to be based upon the stop loss level. So once you have an entry criteria established and you have set your stop, then your total amount risked, which is defined by this, will calculate the proper position size necessary to have that satisfied within the risk criteria you establish. And then once you put your profit target on the charts with this line, then it gives you and calculates a risk reward value that you can use to determine whether is that enough for you to take this trade, or is that risk reward too low for you to take, and so you just abandon the trade altogether. So it's very clear, very easy to use, and it's very, very, very handy. Trade management is just a nice little window, and I'll show you that in detail, that pops up. It allows you to map and clearly see any notes that you've taken, document any trade, and analyze any setup. It will automatically pull up the chart, the time frame, and the workspace that you've used to take the trade, and allow you to analyze the context of where it was opened, and also gives you a very quick and secure trade closing button with one click that can help you to get out of a trade if you see it starting to go against you very quickly. Trade history analysis. Analyze all of your past and historical trades to see what you did, how you can improve on your trading. It's like a visual journal. It allows you to go through and see not only the time frame, but the platform, the workspace, and the symbol list associated with the trade and the context where it was opened. All right, flexible integration. You can do all of this without having to learn a single line of code. You don't have to be a skilled programmer in order to set up and manage your symbol lists, or to identify workspace configurations, or to even establish a scanner itself. So it's very easy to do. There's no programming skills required whatsoever. All right, and did I mention that there was cloud storage? MT4Professional is configured and based on the cloud. So all of your settings are all backed up and set up on Amazon S3 servers. You don't have to worry about losing any of your settings or arrangements, or even if you transfer and go to another computer, all of the same settings and configurations of your current computer will all be available to you on your new computer or on the new setup once you install MT4Professional. So there's no need to reconfigure anything. It comes with you, it follows you. Your changes also can be shared through the cloud, through this Professional Traders Network. What that means is that with MT4Professional, you can share all of your custom configurations with all of your other trading buddies. You can leverage the common core experience of your whole team together in order so that you can all be on the same page. You share charts, historical trade snapshots, you share your configurations, you can send it, receive it. If you're just getting started or you're trying to help your buddy get started, you can give him all of your configurations. Within 15 minutes, you're all on the same page, ready to go. Boom. Okay, and with the single click, once you upload your snapshots or any of the other things to the cloud, then from that you'll have a link to be able to share any of those through your social settings. Okay, so now I want to transition over into a live demonstration. I want to show you exactly what MT4Professional looks like. All right, can everybody see that? I've got it set up. Let me go and show you just a simple default setting, what you see. When you come into MT4, you come into a basic setup, a screen that you have to sit here and you've got to redefine your images and you've got to pull and yank things around. Okay. And then, yeah, it takes a little bit to set up, but once you get it set up, it's pretty repeatable. You can come back to these things and change them. Okay. All right. And then once you have it set, that looks pretty good. So I think I'll change this around just a little bit. Maybe I'll put a different template on here. Yeah, okay. And so, but now once I go into another one, I've changed. I forget. Oh, what was that? There's no back button. I can't hit escape or go back to where I've lost what I had originally on there. I'm going to have to figure out or remember somehow what I had on that. Oh, and so if I wanted to save this or redo something, I just never can get back to that. Okay. No longer with MT4Professional. Once you have things configured and set up, those things are gone with the past. I need to change the symbol on this. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the euro pound. I've got to drag and drop that onto each and every chart. There's no way for me to link these or time them up. If I wanted to see if this trade was setting up, put this over here. All right, if I wanted to see if this trade was setting up here, I have to go and identify this as a particular breakout right here. I've got to look at my time associated with that. Then I've got to go over to this chart. I've got to look at my time associated with that one. Then I've got to go over to this chart and look at my time associated with that one to see, okay, is the criteria met for me in order to take this trade or not? I'm not trying to knock MT4 as a platform. It's a platform. It's got the capabilities. However, it's got some limitations. MT4Professional solves a lot of those limitations. So let's go over and let's launch MT4Professional to give you a very quick summary of what it is, what it does, and exactly how we use it. Okay, I have a setup here, which is, you can see I've got my symbol list on the side and everything. This is your default setting for an MT4 layout. It gives you a blank control center, here's your blank command bar, and here's your blank chart area. So with a single click, I go up to my desktop, I pull down my list of available desktops that I've already configured. Of course, we do provide you some when you purchase, but I'm going to go through and pull this MACD up here. I've got a 4-hour daily and a weekly setup, and it comes up and gives me my 3 charts. I've got a weekly, a daily, and a 4-hour chart setup. I have a predefined and configured scanner that comes up preloaded with a Forex symbol list, a scanner, which I have listed as a 4 daily and weekly scanner. And the criteria for that scanner goes through, looks at the MACD to determine whether I'm bullish or bearish. And once it gives me the bullish or bearish signature, when I see that I'm bullish across multiple time frames, boom, I have identified that there's a potential for a trade. Once I click on that symbol, click, automatically I'm on the Aussie yen on all 3 of my charts. I can automatically see why it is green across, because I can see that I am in a bullish trend on all 3 of my charts and my time frames. You can see that my MACD is very bullish on all 3, and I'm looking at a setup. Okay. I don't want my watch list over there anymore, so I want to see if I can get a little bit more desktop on. Oh man, don't you hate it when that happens? All the way around your chart, all that extra space. I have to sit there, and every time I go back and forth between my setups, that I have to start changing the size of that. Well, see this little button right here? It's called redraw. It's there for a reason. And boom, all that space is automatically set up. All my charts stay where they were defined, but they're all resized so that I have now much, much more real estate to work with. Okay? This is a lot of space right here. I don't know if I want that space. Well, if I wanted to, all I have to do is manage my scanner. Pull up my scanner, and do you see this little size window up here? If I wanted to say reset that size to say 300 pixels, then all I have to do is say that, save my scanner, exit, and then notice how the scanner's area is highlighted yellow. It tells me that there's been a modification. I need to be able to reapply that modification to my window. And I can see the way things are now, but I need to make some changes. So the highlight yellow tells me that. So all I have to do is just reload that scanner. And now the window is resized. I have a lot more workspace for my charts, and everything is set up. And say that I want even more real estate. Well, I can detach this entire window completely. It didn't go anywhere, it just went onto another monitor. But it enables me to use that free forming, and I can still use this to see if I'm having a setup here on, say, the Aussie US dollar. See, I can just put it anywhere that I like. And now I have full access to my entire screen. And so when I start to see a breakout occurring, so let me pull this up to a little bit faster time frame just to see what we can do. I want to pull up a desktop that gives me a 515. There we go. There's one right there. 515. This is a relative strength one. It's going to go through and calculate relative strength based upon a 5, 15, 30, and 60-minute time frame chart. My scanner is automatically going to be set up to look at this relative strength, and it's going to be color coded with 4 different colors, such that when it's oversold, overbought, or if it's within a percentage of the high, strong, or low, weak area. Okay, and it's going to give me a nice little map. So from this map, I can see very clearly ones which are going to be moderately bullish, moderately bearish, or strong bearish, or strong bullish. Okay, so looking at that euro pound, again, we can see that there's a lot of weak pressure on that, but that strong weakness has been on a long period of time. Shorter time frame, we've got a little bit of weakness going on. So looking at that, you can see that configuration. Look at this alignment tool right here. This is called vertical alignment. With the vertical alignment tool, you can go in and look at specific points on a trade. So my 5-minute chart, I can see where alignment of a corrective move occurred in a breakout, and I can see on my second time frame where it occurred, on the third time frame where it occurred, and on the fourth time frame. And they all are aligned within MT4 Professional. Say that I wanted to see what my horizontal one was. Well, simple click with these buttons here, right click, left click, notice how it updates. Now I have horizontal and vertical alignment, and I can take this horizontal bar. If I'm looking for specific support levels, then it will automatically align that across all of my time frames as well to give me not only horizontal but vertical alignment time coded for all of my time frames. Okay? And if I don't want them there, just simply click the little button there and it goes away until I need it to use it again. If I see a potential setup now, it looks like I'm getting a nice little breakout here for bullish. So say, for example, I want to take this as criteria to take an entry. So click on New Trade. New trade window comes up. You can see the little window exits up. Stop loss is a requirement for any trade, so you always have to push the stop loss button to go in. Make sure that your risk criteria is set up. Right now I'm set to 0.1% of my entire account balance. Okay, so 0.1% based upon this stop value will get me into this trade. Okay. Let me define this move. I'm going to move this down here to just outside of that zone there. So I'm going to take this as a specific trade. So that would be my risk in this trade. I'm risking 0.1% based upon wherever I enter my trade to this stop. That will be my total risk. And then if I have a take profit point, that's the green line, then I can take and move that to any specific point that looks like it can price can make too, and that looks like a really good retracement point. It may stop here slightly, but this looks like a good target point. So you can see based on that, I have a 2.6 reward to risk ratio. On a 0.1 risk, that looks pretty good. So I can say, okay, and it'll go away. Or if I click buy market, notice that's the only available symbol that I can take right now is a buy market trade. Because I've put my stop loss below price and I've put my take profit above price, it will only allow me to buy. If I were to move this down below, then it will only allow me to sell. So it's very smart, it's very intuitive, and it's a really clever way to take the trade. All right, so if I were to take this buy market, if I want to buy at a specific break, then I have to put an entry line and move it around, and then that will give me the ability to take a limit or a buy stop. But for right now, it's set up as a buy market. So I click that and it automatically gives me a buy market. Now, of course, this is not a time to trade Forex markets. This time of day is when they have all the currency switchovers and payouts and stuff. This is the no man's land for Forex traders. You don't want to be trading during this time. But I want to give you an example and show you exactly what is set up and how the trades are done. So you can see the exact point at which the trade was entered. Okay, right here. This dashed line gives you the trade entry. Here's your stop loss and your take profits, just exactly where you placed them. If I want to see what my trades are, you can see I pull up a list. With the list, I get a window that gives me an exact list of all the trades that I currently have open right now. Gives me a context of the trade, where it's at and what it's doing. You took this trade, Randy, on RSI M515. That's the workspace. You did it on M5. Okay, so it's telling me exactly the context of what this was traded on. Okay. If I need to get out of the trade at any point, then I can enable and click the close button right there. Boom, and I'm out. Okay, disable it. That way I don't have to accidentally hit it. If I want to move my trade over, let me pull this out of the way just real quick. And I'm going to click this to reattach my window. And it automatically will resize it to pull that in. If I wanted to go through and look at another setup, say, for example, I wanted to pull a CAD up to see how the CAD's doing, since they both are relative to that. This one looks like it's a nice bullish trend coming up. The CAD yen also looks like a potentially good trade setup. Then it's starting to break out as well. Then I might be able to take a trade on that one as well. So I could do the exact same setup, click on the chart to enable the chart window. Notice the corner, when I click on it, it tells me this is my active chart. If I want to trade on this chart, click, I want to trade on that chart. New trade, comes back up, stop loss, define my risk, take profit. Okay, that one's not as good. I only have a 1.15. That might not be as good a trade to look at, right? So I might want to consider not doing that. I'm going to take the trade just to show as an example to show you how I can do multiple trades and how to manage those as well. So I'll go ahead and take that, put that on, and have that set up. So you can see on my trade bar now I have both trades, the CAD yen and the euro pound, the reference to the frame and the file that it came up on, and right there. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at a different workspace now. Just for examples, I'm going to go back up to my 4-hour daily weekly MACDs. Okay, so here's my 4-hour daily week. So you can see within the context of where I'm at, this is where I'm looking at. But I need to find out what I'm doing on these trades. All right. So all I have to do from that is click on a monitor or manage window. And what the monitor or manage does is it pulls up a predefined workspace that allows me to monitor the exact trades I am in. So you can see right here, I have the euro pound. I also have the CAD yen. They're both 5-minute charts. It tells me exact profit or loss that I'm currently in on the trade. And it gives me the position and where my stop loss or my take profit targets are for those trades. And it gives you a nice little line that shows history of that trade. Right? Also, if you have it set up, the Manage button enables you to load up a separate template that goes through, and it enables you to even load EAs or other things that automatically trail your stop and help you to take and automatically manage your trades in real time while the trade is continuing on. So that's all set up. If I want to go through and redraw my charts to find out where I was before, then all I have to do is just click redraw, and it automatically puts me back to where I was before. If I want to go back to my original RSI workspace, just redraw my RSI workspace, and I have all my charts set up. I'm exactly what I was doing, where I was doing beforehand. Now I'm on the Aussie CAD, which is the default setting. You can see I still have my trade template up. So if I want to view my euro pound trade, all I have to do is just click that reference, okay? And it automatically pulls me in to my euro pound 5, 15, 30, 60, and it gives me a reference of exactly where my entry was and where my exit was. So this is also really good after the fact, after you've closed the trade out, to get you out of the trade, to look back and to see, okay, this is where I did enter before. It labels it for you. Even if it was 1-2 days before, it'll automatically show you where your trade was taken and what the conditions of that trade were taken. Very nice setup. Very nice setup. So in any case, if I wanted to get out of these trades, then I can sit there and enable this. I can close that trade here. Boom. Close this trade here. Boom. And I'm out. No longer in any of those trades. And it's done. To get rid of this window, it stays around, or you can just close it at any time. And anytime you want the window back up again, all you have to do is just click on the list to trade to do that. Okay, well, that's a very quick summary, wasn't it? Well, I haven't given you everything. I've just kind of showed you what it can do, what it can do. You notice a lot of times you can come up and pull a template in. You can pull up any template that you're specifically like. It doesn't matter the templates you pull up. Notice how I can change these things, or I can pull up my watch list. I can pull up any other indicator. All right. And I can see exactly how they work on your chart and how these are applied. Okay. Now I can redraw these now. And notice it goes back to my original setup. I don't have to worry about messing things up because they have been predefined and changed. And notice I'm right back into a beautiful chart setup with the amount of real estate I've got. If I want to change templates or sizes, then I can just double click on the tab. I have a full screen setup. I can go back and see really quickly. I can rifle through any of my time frames. Okay, but when I go back in and redraw, then I'm right back where I was before. So I can do a bunch of excursions. I can really do a lot of in-depth analysis, but at the same time, I can always come back to square one because it's exactly where I've been defined and set up. Now let's go through that setup. How do I do that? How do I get it set up so that it always comes back just the way I want it? Those are the setup within MT4Professional. The little arrow that you see here, and let me magnify that a little bit for you just so you can see it. The little pencil that you see drawn is an edit button. The X is a delete button, and the plus is a new button. If you click on the plus sign, then it will help you develop and open up a brand new desktop. So plus will give you a new of anything. The X gives you the option to delete the current workspace. So if I have a workspace selected and I click X, it'll say, do you want to delete this workspace? You have to confirm yes, and then it will delete it. The pencil just allows you to go through and edit that. So since I already have these on and loaded, I'll go through and edit this just to show you exactly what it looks like. So you can see I come up with a configuration window. Now this is not difficult. All it does is it allows you to define exactly how you want the windows to be configured. Okay, it allows you to drag and drop, push, pull, define or assign templates, or any pre-configured template that you have can be assigned and pulled in. Okay. There's one caveat that you have to know in order to use these things within MT4. Now I can pull this in and use it within my platform, but in order for it to interface and to work within the confines of the MT4 environment, it has to have the MT4Professional Tools indicator preloaded onto the template if you were to load it in the configuration. This MT4Professional Tools is available on your list of tools within your navigator, of course. MT4Professional Tools. It's just a simple drag and drop tool that once you put that onto a chart that you like and you right click and you save it as a template, then any of those new saved templates that have the MT4Professional Tools on it can now be used within your workspace definition and configurations. You never have to do it again once it's saved and installed into it. Okay, so let's go back to our workspace configuration here. So if I wanted to even add a new workspace now, okay, I click here and create one. I can add multiple charts. I can apply a template to all of my windows if I want to add the same one to them all. Okay, if I start with a blank space and I would add one or two more charts, then I can click that and see two more charts are added. Now if I want to go through and tile all those, and I can say I want 3 rows. Okay, boom. It's already tiled it for me and put them in. I can sit here and reconfigure this to any workspace settings that I want. I don't like those a little bit. Maybe I think I'll have it as 2 rows instead. Okay, 2 rows, 3 columns by default. It's always going to be setting it up for me. It's really nice setup. You don't have to worry about it. Say that you don't want them to be evenly sized. Say that you want this one to be a little bit narrower, this one to be a little bit narrower, and then these to be bigger. Okay, now, that's what I want. I want these 2 charts to be bigger than those 2, and I can save that. Okay, so let me save this, put it back up. Save workspace or save it as. I don't want to overwrite my old one, so I'm going to save this one as, because I've made some changes to it. And I'm going to come up and I'm going to give it a new name. Instead of calling it my RSI M515, let's see, where is that one at? RSI, there it is. I'm just going to call this one RSI Tester, okay? I'm going to save that. That's my RSI Tester, okay? So let me go ahead and exit off of that one. And notice nothing changed here because I'm still loaded with this workspace, the RSI M5. But now if I pull up my list, then you can see I do have a new list there. I'm looking for my RSI Tester. And I've got that a little bit small. There it is right there, RSI Tester. I'll pull that one up and you can see, boom. I now have the 2 windows that are small, the 2 that are big, and then my 2 ones on the side that are new. I never even loaded any template on it. So I have a default template by default that comes up there. This is a great place for me to start looking at, okay, what template do I want to put on that? Okay, yeah, I think I like the MACD. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. So I can throw my MACD on it. So I'll just go ahead and pull that template back up again. Make sure I come back up. Take that base. I can modify the base to be anything I like, or I can go through and apply the template that I'm looking for. So I'll go through and look at that MACD. And this one, I'm going to go through and make that a momentum. File save. Exit. It's yellow. All I have to do is just redraw it. Boom. Charts look exactly the way I asked them to look. And every time I pull this up, it's going to look exactly the same way. All right, the scanner, the amazing scanner. I've got to give you a little bit of time on what the amazing scanner is. If you pull up the amazing scanner, I call it the amazing scanner because it is. It's just, to me, it's really amazing. In MT4, a spreadsheet format that you can look at multiple time frames and multiple symbols and single click be able to change your charts. It's making me really lazy because I don't have to think about all the things I used to have to think about with the MT4 platform. It's just making it that much easier. What this does is it gives you a place to define your rules and your criteria for trading. Okay. Within the indicator section, it gives you the ability to name and pull up a list of specific indicators that you have access to. Okay. So you pull up all the indicators within your MT4 Professional platform, anything that you have installed. You can go through and find that indicator, pull it up on that list. In this case, I chose the RSI. The only thing that you need to know and understand with respect to the indicators is that what are the outputs that are given from that indicator. The index value of the output is the important part to know. So let me very quickly show you how that is. We have video tutorials in the membership area that shows you exactly how to use this, but I want to show you that because if you look on the indicator itself in the display window, notice the RSI value has a number listed right afterwards. It's 22.483. The 14 is just the period, but the output of the RSI is telling you what the RSI value is at that point in time. Okay, that is index 0. That's the first output of that indicator, and it shows you that right there. So that's what you want to have. You can also get the same information by displaying your data window. So the data window on the specific chart gives you that RSI value, and you can see right here the RSI index 0 value for that chart. So that's the most difficult part of the whole thing. You've got to define your indicator by index, and once you have that index value defined, if you have another one here, okay, You can give it a name, say RSI 2, which there's not. Then you can pull your indicator up here, define your RSI, and if it had an index value other than 1 or 2, I'll just pull MACD up then. Right here, then you go in and define that as index value 1. So if you're looking at the second value of your MACD or your RSI, then that's going to be the second number that you refer to here. And then when you go through your color rules, then you refer to the indicator name you gave right here. It comes up on the list of values. See, the RSI 2 now is now on the same list that I can pull up. RSI magnitude, I'm calling this my RSI color rule, CR. So I need this name to reference up here on my mapping. So this enables me to put those color rules any place within my scanner. So once I define the indicator, I give it an indicator name. I reference the indicator name in my color rule definition. Now I can use the color rule definition to map anywhere on the plane of my colors. The background color, I can give it an actual value. I can put it in the foreground. I can give it a border, and I can also give it a highlight. Those are the small little dots that you saw. So in this case, if my value is between 0 and 30, it's going to be bright red. If it's between 30 and 60, 50, it's going to be dark red. If it's greater than 50 but less than 70, it's going to be dark green. And then if it's going to be greater than 70, it will be bright green. So that is the color rules definition. So anytime you see those colors on this chart, very quickly you know strength is relative based upon color. So now dark red, bright red. Bright red's the weakest, bright green is the strongest, and anything in between. So you can very, very quickly see trends. And then because they're all on multiple time frames, it automatically applies those color rules based on that indicator on those color rules and defines it for you. So 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, 30, or hourly, it's all user defined. Very, very simple, very easy to do. The most complicated part of the whole thing is just understanding that the output of the indicator is the reference, and the initial reference starts at 0. And that's all you have to know. And the last but not least is your symbol list. A symbol list is just a simple list of any symbols that you have available on your platform. So if I had any CFDs available here for any of the ETFs or stock exchanges around, then I could sit here and do a search for any filter. In this case, I want to filter for just Australian dollar pairs. So you see I have all of my Australian dollar pairs right here. I can go ahead and select those and click add, and I'll automatically add those symbols to this symbol list. I can change, I can click on one symbol, I can remove it. I can click on another one over here and add it if I wanted to my current list, or modify it in any way I want. I can add any custom symbol to the list if it's not already there or available here. And I can create notes on any of these items at any time to help me to identify or know what that list refers to. Okay. So you can see I have predefined lists for US dollar only, euro only, pound only, yen, or the whole lot. So anything that I have to do that. If I want to create any new list, I can do the same thing here as well. Simple, easy peasy. No better way to do it. I think I've gone through most of the sets. Oh, no, I didn't. Remember I told you it's cloud-based. So if I were to go and install this on another MT4 application, once I have MT4 Professional installed on that computer, all of these same settings that you see here, all of my desktops and workspaces automatically become available to me right then, right there, just like that. Already available and ready for me. And what if I wanted to share something with somebody else? If I wanted to say this is a really awesome scanner. So what I want to do is I want to go through and click on edit that. That pulls this window up. From this, say I will go and save the scanner as. I have a custom window that pops up that allows me to save that scanner as a specific name. However, now this is a good point. Okay. Let's see, that was an RSI. Let me pull up the RSI M5. There it is. Okay. Instead of saving that or giving it the same name or giving it a different name, you can see I can delete it and get rid of it. I don't want to do that. I want to send it. See the little send button right there? I want to send this button to one of my trading buddies. Okay. So let me see if I can find Claudio out here. There he is. So Claudio is right there. There's a lot. He's out there quite a bit. But say I want to send that to this specific instance of him. Then I can click OK. It says, do you want to confirm sending this scanner to Claudio? I say OK. Boom. He has it. He then will receive an email and he'll be notified within his MT4Professional users membership area that he has a new template available in the software. Then when he comes in, cancel, close. When he comes in and after having that email, all he has to do is come up to his MT4Professional platform here, click on open and new scanner. See this? He's going to do file, open scanner. And he pulls up the exact same window. And notice down here, which you might not have noticed before, there is an inbox scanners. Claudio will get a message that says, Randy Lindsay has sent you a new scanner. He's going to go to his inbox, he's going to open it up, and he's going to go through and find the brand new scanner I just sent him, right, sitting right there in his inbox. He clicks on that scanner. If I put some notes onto that scanner, all those notes are now available to him as well. I click on open, and that scanner will automatically open up into my MT4Professional platform. And then once I have it there, then I can save that scanner as, give it any name that I want, and it will now become my scanner definition on my computer, part of my configuration, just like that. So like I said earlier, it's a great way for everybody, all the members of your team, to be on the same page at the same time in concert with one another. It's really a super tool. See this little snapshot button right here? The snapshot tool allows you to take a snapshot of your MT4Professional setup. It will go and grab the settings, it'll pull it into a window, and that window then gives you the ability to go through and identify. You can put texts or arrows, you can draw, you can zoom in or out on that. It takes a picture of whatever your settings are. You can then go through and document that in any way. You can describe it in any way. Give it a name. Tag it. If there's any specific tag that you want to do, this was a euro pound pair on a 4 time frame chart. So here's my euro. So I want to set, it's a euro trade. I don't have a pound listed on there, but that's the only one that if I want to add a tag, then I can just say GBP and I'll add that tag. And then it goes through and there's my GBP. So I'll tag that one as well. And as soon as I click this upload button, then this name file and that picture will be uploaded to the membership site. That membership site is the cornerstone and where you'll be doing most of your stuff. So let's pull that up really quickly just to see what the MT4Professional site looks like. Very quickly, if you sign in, log into your criteria, then you come up to your landing page where you can see all the accounts that you have tied into your MT4Professional series. I have a 3-account platform. I have a plus plan, so I have 3 separate trading accounts that I can have set up. You can see very quickly, here's your download button. It's on the top page of every single page of the site. That's the MT4 accounts button. You can go to snapshots, and this is the location of where all of my pictures are taken. You can see this is the picture I just took. It's listed up here. If I click on that, you can see, boom, there's the picture that I just grabbed from my MT4Professional platform. It was clicked today at 4:44 by me. Okay. All right, so there it is. You can see there are several things about it. One, it's currently private. If I don't want to share it, then all I have to do is by default leave it that way. If I want to share it, then just click on the little wagon wheel, the little gearbox, then you can sit here and identify this as a public chart. And I now can create and change this or update this in any way that I want, save the changes, and then now I can share this with all of my friends. Now, you can see at that point now there's also a share link available that enables me to select and copy that and paste it onto any forum, StockTwits or Twitter or anything else, or I can even click on this one-click buttons and share those as well. And you can see if people start commenting on your post, then they'll show up here as well. I can also share my entire desktop here. So if the link that you see up here, which I've made public, I can share this link, and then people can then view all of the snapshots that I've taken, all the trades and all the management tools that I've done within MT4 Professional. If I only want to look at trades based on tag, then I can just click on this. If I want to look at my Australian dollar, then these are all of my Australian dollar tagged symbols and pictures that I've taken. So it's a great way to help keep things identified and set up so that you're able to manage them and use them all. And last but not least, there's the documentation. There's a documentation page where we have installation configuration, scanner configurations, user orientation, a lot of information and videos that are still in directions, step-by-step instructions on how to walk through your installation and setup, all the way down the list to your desktop configurations, any release notes that we might have had, and any bug fixes. We keep a nice, accurate record of all those too. All of this is part of MT4 Professional. Within your cog up here in the right corner, then you will have access to your account and your settings. Within here, you can set up your profile, any security or sharing, your API for setting up your kiosks and your links. So when the first time you log in and set up, it'll show you how to do this. This is where you create your API tokens to link your platform to your account. If you have any subscriptions, any payment methods, or any invoices, this is exactly where you'd go to do that. And this is also where you would cancel any subscription if you have access to it. So you have full control and access of your entire account from within one consolidated and single location. See the little bell right here? If you have any notices, if anybody sent you any new workspaces, boom, boom, here it is right here. New workspace was received. Okay, new desktop was received. So all of these are the notifications from other users that they tried to send you something. If you go over here to the announcements window, then you can see new announcements and updates to the software are now available. So that in a nutshell is that. So you're probably saying to yourself, man, Randy, that's awesome. How can I get my own copy of MT4 Professional? I'm glad that you asked. So let's go back through that. Today, make you a very special offer. MT4 Professional is now available at 50% off lifetime subscription. We opened it back up just for you guys because this is a brand new 2017 launch window. MT4 Professional has never been available before 2017. So because it's a launch and because you guys are here, we're making it available at 50% off the normal retail price. Plans start at just $47 per month. Please use the code mt4professional.com/landing. mt4professional.com/landing. I'll paste that into the window. Paste. There it is. Landing. And it looks like there's some questions on CTF, custom time frames. I can absolutely go over custom time frames. Definitely. There is a 15-day risk-free trial, 100% money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied whatsoever. We know that you'll absolutely love it. And once you start using it, you'll become addicted to it like I have. The more I use it, the more easy, the more useful it is. I start using regular MT4 after I've used MT4 Professional, and I just feel like I'm tied. My hands are tied together. It's just that freeing for me, and it just enables me to take a lot of my thinking I had to do in the background away and focus more on the trades. mt4professional.com/landing is the link to get your very own copy today. You have nothing to lose. 15 days, try it out, see if you like it. We have all the help that you can need. Support at support at MT4Professional.com gets you access to our support line. We will get back to you in a very, very timely manner. I'll bring this back up in just a little bit. MT4Professional.com/landing. Okay, let me pull this up real quick again. Custom timeframes. So someone wanted to know about custom timeframes. So let me see if I have a custom timeframe chart set up here. I happen to have a 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute, 60-minute time frame here. Let me pull that up. All right, so there I have a 10, 20, 30, and 60-minute time frame. I just happen to have some indicators loaded up on that, but these are pre-configured settings because if you look at your workspace, the workspace has time frames set up here. The period is a custom time frame, M10. Notice that I have set these up specifically to load up that way. So if I try to change them anyway, I can do that. I can set this back to any other custom time frame if I wanted to, okay? But I don't need to because MT4Professional allows me to set that up and use that. So anytime I'm on a custom time frame, I can reconfigure this to anything I like. But if you want to go back to standard time frames, then you've got the full list there. So you have the same alignment as well, even on custom timeframes. So if you wanted to do off normal timeframes, then you can see full integration of any of these timeframes are right there. Why do I say plans starting at? That's because we have different plans based upon different needs. So if you go to the page, mt4professional.com/landing, then you'll get more details on the plans that are available. We have quite a few different users here. Looks like there's a lot of Hawkeye users out there. They want to see a few charts, so let me pull up a couple of my settings. I pre-configure these, and the really nice thing about these charts is that you can have them set up to pull up any settings. So let me pull up a multiple time frame. Where'd that go? There it is. Right, here's a multiple fat man, multi-time frame fat man, where I have pre-configured my workspace so that the fat man is loaded with a symbol. Notice the symbol that's set up in the symbol configuration, and I have a blank symbol on all of my other charts. Okay, so that's important to note because when I go through and click on a symbol list, say the Australian US dollar, notice the charts will all update, but the fat men don't change at all. So I don't waste any time wasting time changing time frames. I'm only focused on time frames that are affected by the change. Okay, so that's important to note. So MT4Professional fully supports all the Hawkeye software within the constraints, and also even the Tomahawk software as well. Absolutely. How does it differ from TradingView? Well, MT4Professional is a add-on to the MT4 platform. It's like an expert advisor that runs within the confines of MT4. So MT4Professional is a construct built upon a base platform, MT4. Hope that makes sense. So TradingView is totally web-based. However, MT4 is not web-based. It resides on your computer, but components of a MT4Professional are cloud-based, and all of your configurations can be completely reconstructed for you on your MT4 platform on your computer. So it's not quite like a TradingView platform because it's not totally cloud-based, but this is foundational to MT4 as it is right now. I hope that helps. The Tomahawk charts integrate beautifully within MT4 Professional. You can pre-configure the settings, the color codings, everything within, even the scanners. You can have your Hawkeye scanner built to look at Hawkeye trend volume or heat map within the scanner itself. So there's no problem with the integration or the setup at all. The full Hawkeye suite does load into MT4 Professional. I'm just showing you most of those. I showed you the full setup, the two Fat Man, the Tomahawk, the 3 charts, the Roadkill. All the tools are fully integrated and load within MT4 Professional. Yeah, there's a lot to show. I just don't know which one to show you. Range charts, no, not within MT4. MT4 does not have any possibility to plot range bars that I know of. No tick charts either. The only tick charts that are available are just simply from the symbols themselves. It gives you a really rough order of magnitude tick setting here, but there's no real integration within the charts themselves. So no. The price after the trial is the same. So if you subscribe to the basic plan, $47 a month, that's what the price is afterwards, $47. The trial period is just for the first 15 days. If you don't like it, then we'll just give you your money right back. If you like the subscription and you want to continue on, you're not going to be charged anything at the end of 15 days, but at the end of 30 days, then you'll automatically be billed at the current rate that you subscribe to, which is, for the first case, $47. And you'll lock in that same rate as long as you hold on to your subscription. All right, so the price will never increase. If you want to upgrade to one of the future products, if you want 3 platforms then you can upgrade to a different plan and keep your 50% discount on the future plan. So anytime you want to upgrade into the future, then you'll get the 50% discount on the upgrade price as well. And this is just our launch specials. If you don't like it and you want to come back later, then the launch won't be on and you'll have to probably come back in without the 50% discount. So I hope that helps. Yep. Full integration, full color codes. Everything changes automatically and it updates with a single click. So it's really nice. And if I'm not looking at my euro list, I'm looking at my yen list, and the yen's telling me what's coming in, when it's coming, and why. Then I'll click on that, and very easy to identify and see that. Okay. Again, that link, I'll paste it in for you. MT4Professional.com/landing, Landing, Landing, landing. Just click on it over on your chat panel. Let me put this on here for you. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate that. That way you can see it from there as well. There's no reason not to give it a try, to sign it up. John, no, it is not part of Hawkeye. MT4 Professional is an extension to MT4, but the Hawkeye tools work beautifully within MT4 Professional. And I like it so much that I'm working with the MT4 Professional folks to market and to help promote it because it makes the Hawkeye tools look so sweet. And it makes it so much easier. And it adds a full Hawkeye scanner capability, which MT4 never had before. So now you have some custom scanning capability within MT4 that you never had prior to this. You never had the ability to go and find out exactly where the initial trend starts and then show the alignment on the multiple time frame settings. You never had the ability to see that alignment on your Fat Man on multiple time frames to see, okay, at that specific point, was that a trend entry or not? It is nice. It is very nice. So it puts it in a different ballpark. If you look at MT4 outside of MT4 Professional, then it's got a lot of nice features. It can do an awful lot. You can see exactly what the things are doing. But if I wanted to just do something simple like expand my chart to make it fill the full screen, now I've got to sit here and I've got to physically redraw everything. Or if I wanted to look at anything separate or pull up my my data list or see, notice how most of my chart just fell off now. Okay, so things just, you know, get scrunched. And I just don't really, if I wanted to have that up and just quickly redraw all of this, MT4 Pro just helps me do that. So nice. I go over here all the time, click, and nothing happens. I'm thinking, oh no, what's wrong? But I have to drag and drop every symbol across every chart. And if I have more than 3 charts up, then I'm going to be dragging this over forever. If you have 3x3 or a 6x6 setup of charts, say if you're on your scanner windows, this is sweet because you can have them all predefined, or if you have a couple of them that aren't predefined, a single click and it'll go through all the multiple time frames. Done. It's really, really nice. So a lot of the frustration that was there before is gone. So if you do have a lot of profiles like I do, all of these profiles aren't wasted. All you have to do is drag and drop the MT4 Professional tools onto the the chart, save that as a template, or save that template if you already have the template named, and then pull it up within your MT4 Professional configuration, and it is ready to go. You can still use it without MT4 Professional tools. It'll still come up and you'll still be able to see it, but you will not have the full use of the integration, the line integration. See, notice I can't even do it. I can't even show it on you because I'm not in MT4 Professional. But if I were to go back, oops, clicked on the wrong one there. That's Tomahawk. Let me pull up my MT4 Professional environment. It's going to come right back in, pre-configured. It'll ask you to say, okay, which one do you want to load? So I'm going to tell it exactly what I want, how I want to load it, what I want loaded, and it's going to come back exactly what I said to do it because I already pre-configured it and told it exactly what I wanted it to do. Isn't that sweet? Now I have full functionality of my. When I click on the chart, you can see the chart that's selected. You can see the ability to integrate. It's just you still have all the same capability. You can still sit there and measure everything just the way you normally did. Nothing has changed other than you've got a lot more functionality added and a lot more ease uh, of use. Okay. Now you get full use of your entire workspace. Very, very quick ability to take, and that's good use of your real estate right there. Very quick, very responsive, and you still can put this on multiple monitors or desktops if you wanted to do that as well. Awesome, Bill. Yes, there have been a lot of changes. For example, TradeStation got rid of their Forex trading. So a lot of people have abandoned ship on different platforms and have gone to MT4 because they have tons and tons of Forex trading capability. But if you are a U.S. Citizen, then the choices that you have for opening Forex accounts are becoming smaller and smaller all the time. And so those that are available are generally always available on MetaTrader 4 platform. So if you're a Forex trader, MetaTrader 4 platform looks like the place to be. Even with FXCM, that they were the primary clearing firm for NinjaTrader, and so a lot of people are starting to see some problems because of the FXCM leaving. I know NinjaTrader is in works right now with another company, and I think Gain Capital is purchasing FXCM, so there are going to be some changes that are coming around. But MT4 is here. It's stable. It has a lot of broker support. MT4Professional has just made it very close to these other higher end platforms. Multiple monitors. Okay, to run on multiple monitors, you can easily take and use your platform and just stretch it. Once you stretch it to another monitor, see like this, then you can have full functionality and access to that. So if I were to redraw this, then it's going to automatically redraw across all of my workspaces. Okay, so then I will be able to integrate that completely within those charts. Very quick way to do that. So once I have it set up across a 4x4 or 2x2, then I'll have set up so that one chart fills up one whole window. Or if I wanted to fill this up with 16 charts, then I could do that as well, based upon all the real estate that I've got. And then once I'm done with that, then just slide it back in again. Very quick redraw, and then I'm right back to where I started. If you run multiple instances of your MT4Professional application, then you can have each individual MT4 on a separate desktop. So if you have this MT4 instance running here, then you can launch and run up a separate MT4 instance, like right here. See that? Then you can have MT4Professional running not only on one instance, but you can have it running on your second instance. If you're using the same account, then you've got no problems running the same thing on the same chart, on the same platform, using the same setting. No problem. I think I'm pushing my poor little computer to the limits here. There we go. All right, MT4 now, I've got it running on both. So now I can have multiple scanners set up, I can have multiple monitors, and everything is configured and set up just the way I like it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording at this point. I think I've come to the end of my presentation. So I thank you very much for being here.